Well, it's an exciting day. They are coming to get started on the cabin. They're going to do the sill and go ahead and frame up the floor joist this morning. Get all that ready to have the inspection done. I don't know if he said he may get started on the back deck. I'm not sure how he wants to do that. Looks like the lumber slid a little bit. But and form up the front porch. He's actually said he's got to pour the concrete for the front porch fairly soon because it's a covered porch and there's big 8x8 timbers that sit right here on each corner to carry the roof load. So yeah, coming along nicely. Can't wait to get back here this afternoon and see some wood on the ground. All right, over here at the cabin site, we're gonna call it, the builder calls it a cottage. I'm gonna call it, it's pretty much a house now. He got the floor joist in. Concrete is coming at 6:30 in the morning thanks to Jeff. He was able to make a special phone call at 1:30 today and get me concrete for 6:30 in the morning. So super thanks to Jeff for that. I got to put a little more gravel in here. We got to raise that up a little bit so the concrete is not 10 inches thick and save a little bit of money on concrete because I have gravel here. So all the equipment is gone but the backhoe, so I'm going to take the backhoe here and put a little bit of gravel in here. We'll kind of get that raked around. That should save on some expensive concrete. All right, for two guys that didn't get here till 8 o'clock this morning, they rocked and rolled on getting this put in. Got concrete, as I mentioned, coming at 6:30 in the morning. So they're actually Mennonite, and he really didn't want to be on camera there. So I respect them and didn't get any videos, but we hauled some gravel over here, got that raked in here, probably about 2 backhoe bucketfuls. So that's going to save quite a bit of concrete. got our rebar put in here. We will space that up in the morning so that that is actually in the center of the concrete. So we're getting rebar and fiber in the concrete. He's done all my concrete on all my buildings over here, and nothing has ever cracked. So knock on wood, that should do that. And got the inspection in the morning, and hopefully get the concrete poured, go ahead and put the subfloor down and start framing the exterior walls. So the cabin is coming up out of the ground here now. We did pour our concrete the other day. It turned out pretty good. We ended up dyeing the concrete. Still got the releasing powder on it. It hasn't rained yet. But dyed it a kind of a darker charcoal look. So once this kind of washes off, it hasn't even rained on it since we poured it. Should clean up a little bit nicer, and then we'll seal it. So it's going to end up being a little bit darker in color. And that's kind of the way I want it to look with that slate pattern. But I got 3 of the 4 walls up so far, and the trusses have arrived, so they'll probably come back tomorrow and finish up that wall and start doing the interior right here. But it's shaping up nice. I like the way it looks. Front door, big window. It's gonna be like the living room, kitchen, master bath. There'll be a room right there and a bathroom right here with the hallway kind of coming down. You can kind of see the layout right here a little bit better. I don't know which, somewhere right here. There's a wall going, because there's going to be a bathroom between the door and there. And then sliding glass doors back here on the back with a full deck across the back, covered with stairs going down right here. Probably end up taking that holly tree down, because when you look out the kitchen window, that really blocks the view of the pond. I don't know. We'll see what it looks like. Hopefully my little maple tree will bush out. It doesn't look too promising, but we'll see what becomes of it. But yeah, just want to do a quick little update on the cabin, cottage, house, whatever you want to call it. It's turned into a house. And we were looking at siding options the other day. So this is actually a metal siding, and I know it looks like vinyl siding, but it actually hooks together like that as a board and batten type metal siding, and I think I'm going to go with that route so that all the fasteners will be hidden. It actually runs this way, and then this type of metal for the roof. I think from an all-around maintenance standpoint, that's going to be super easy to keep clean. Possibly could get dented, but anywhere where people are going to be, the whole front's going to have a rock veneer on it. So, and then flower beds kind of around here. So I really think that that's going to be the way to go, instead of using this right here. If you use, there's going to be metal siding regardless, but with this type, or you know, your regular 5V, you're going to see all the screws. I kind of like this right here, how it can be installed and it locks together and all the fasteners are hidden. So probably going to go that route. May possibly go with a little bit of a texture just to kind of add some character to it. But yeah, got some samples here to check out. Flag's blowing good in the wind up there on the drag line. So I did fire up Betty for like the first time in like 4 months the other day, and I flipped my pile of topsoil over trying to get the grass to die in it. We'll get a couple scoops with the backhoe, or 8 or 10, take it down there to the cabin. I need to backfill the foundation a little bit, and I'll show you the update on that. The hay field has turned out really well. Actually, a lot of that is ryegrass that came back from last year. The fescue's down in there looking pretty good. We're actually going to start cutting and baling this week. You'll probably come over here and start cutting it tomorrow. Let it sit out there and dry for a day or two. Ted it up, and we'll get her baled up while we have a nice 80-degree week coming up. So here's the cabin. It is coming along. Scoop of topsoil, half grass. I'm gonna dump it out right here and then just take the skid steer and kind of rake through it. I really want some, that stuff grows grass, as you can tell, phenomenal. I really wanted something here that would grow good grass. But they got the, just 2 of them worked on it this week. They got the exterior walls up and the trusses set. So it's coming along nice. It's gonna have the vaulted ceiling right here in the living room, kitchen area. And yeah, the office right there, bathroom, master bath right there, a little hallway coming down to it with 2 big, nice sliding glass doors. They're going to open up to, ended up making the deck a little bit bigger. It's going to go out 12 feet across the whole back here, other to about right here, and stairs going down. And those trusses right, where are they at? Not those, but those over there are the trusses for the front porch and the back porch. So it's going to be covered. This whole entire front porch here will be covered with some 8x8 posts that sit right there. So that's the reason he hasn't gotten that put up yet, was the post came in, he didn't like the way they looked. I told him I really want some nice looking posts, so he rejected them, and hopefully should have some new ones next week to get those set, and then that roof will come out of that on the front and back. So it should look, it should turn out very nice. I think we ended up making the back a little bit bigger to cover both the doors right here, overlooking the pond. We're starting to get into kind of dry. The pond's down about 3 or 4 inches, but we've had a very dry spring here, so hopefully we'll get a little bit of rain here soon. But it's been great working conditions. I'm going to go ahead and take the backhoe. I'll move some of their stuff right here and dump some of this topsoil out, and then go get the skid steer and kind of rake through it and start getting some of that placed. I need to figure out what I'm going to put right here. I want some of that good clean topsoil up against there for growing, but there's going to be a concrete sidewalk and or a ramp, pretty much a ramp right here to kind of make this nice and easy to get in and out of. So I may go down there and grab some. I got some more kind of a clay dirt, put that there so that it'll be a little more supportive than that topsoil. All right, let's get stuff done. So I brought me 4 or 5 bucketfuls of nice topsoil over here with the backhoe and a couple scoops of clay. That's kind of where the ramp's gonna go. I'm gonna dump some of that, get a scoop of that, dump it over there. That's kind of where the flower bed's gonna go. That way there's actually something decent there for that to grow. And I'm gonna go over there and scoop up some of that dirt to kind of put in here to cover this gravel up, and then cover it up with this nice clean topsoil, and then just kind of finish using that dirt to finish backfilling over there around that corner. And then I still have a fair amount of this nice clean sandier topsoil to put over top of it once everything's done. I just want to get a little bit in here and just kind of see how the grade's working. And he may end up having to run just a little bit of layer of stone under the porch there, but just so you don't see the concrete block. I got the front backfilled like I wanted to, and so we actually took the vents out. We're going to put cinder blocks back in there and actually turn this into a controlled crawl space to do away with the vents. And I just was told that would be a better idea. Unfortunately, we got the I did the vents, or had them do the vents before I was talked into doing that, but it is what it is. Mason can easily fix that and then put the stone back on it. So I left it down a little bit low. I think I'm gonna get him to start the rock maybe right here in this corner just a little bit, and then all the way around the foundation, and then I can come right up to the bottom of it. That's gonna settle down an inch or two because I didn't really pack that in there. and all that, and then I can just kind of fill this back in even across the front, so that it'll be a nice, you know, transition from out here to up here on the patio, porch, whatever you want to call it. And I'll probably end up having to put a little bit more dirt right in here to kind of raise this up a little bit more. And well, probably not, because the maybe a little bit right here, and then once the sidewalk is poured, just kind of enough to backfill that, but still keep drainage back to the pond right there. Looking good. More progress on the cabin today. Got the 8x8 post for the front and back porch. They got the rafters stained, so I think they're going for 3 triple rafters on each end, and then stick frame the rest. That kind of gives it that beam look. He's going to have some steel plates cut and bolted into here to kind of cover up these beams right here, or the brace, I mean the shoot, what you call those things, those plates, to cover that up, the nail plates, and kind of give it that more kind of rustic look. So got these trusses stained so that they look a little better. Those are probably all the rafters for the front and back porch, those 2x10s right there. They finished getting, looks like we got the soffits framed out, all the purlins on the roof. So what he'll do is end up cutting with the chainsaw a groove in the bottom of that 8x8, and it'll slide over this steel plate that is embedded in the concrete, and he'll end up running a bolt through there for that. And that's what's going to hold up this front porch. And it looks like they got all the holes dug for the back deck, which has grown. They got a good deal on some Trex decking, which came in 12-foot length, so the deck was only going to be 10 feet out, but it made sense for another $1,000 to extend the back deck another 2 feet and not have to waste all that Trex decking. So yeah, the back porch now is 12 by 32. Party deck. So from that hole to right there are going to be the 2 8x8s, and all that will be under roof, and then that'll be an open area right there, which will be a 12 by 8 for a grill or whatnot to be outside. And also have the potential, if you know this needed to be screened in or something, it will be able to do that. Then there'll be a set of stairs going down to the ground right there, and probably do a sidewalk around that ties in, and maybe eventually do like a nice little patio and or fire pit down there by the pond. I think that'll be good. I'm probably going to knock down that holly tree, and that will probably open up the view of the pond a little bit better. I was trying to leave all the trees I could, but I think it's going to have to come down. Making quick work of it. And then obviously he's got to start framing up all the interior walls, but I give him credit. All the framing that they've done, that's all the waste. When he builds something, he is very peculiar on making sure that there is not a lot of waste. I mean, I had a few scraps, a little bit of ends cut off, but that is literally all the leftover OSB, and that's the trash. That is all the OSB that we have thrown away. Will be thrown away is that little bit right there. They don't waste anything, and that's what I like. All right, we'll come back tomorrow. They should have the probably the porches built.